In today's video, red and green Gruul Raccoon Aggro. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you all for taking the time to support the channel. Hello, Good Game here. Pleased to be your host within this Magic the Gathering Arena deck guide video. We'll be breaking down our deck list today in depth, discussing strategies and synergies held within, providing you a deeper understanding of how to pilot this deck effectively. Furthermore, demonstrating against our opponents some of the best decks and players in game within our standard rank gameplay footage. Of course, we'll wrap up with our deck review, channel news, and concluding thoughts. If you want to help out, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. And of course, the community Discord remains open, as always. Most importantly, though, kick back, relax, and let's take a look at the deck.
It's a new lap record!
All right, the Expendables Gruul Raccoon Aggro is actually a really good deck. We are ranking up like nobody's business. It's a very simple, straightforward deck, much like most of the decks in this set, oddly enough. Typically, I'm upset when things are very cookie cutter. It doesn't leave a lot of room for creativity. However, the fun factor on all of these different decks is through the roof. Not just the Raccoon deck that you'll see today, but also many of the other tribal decks that I've showcased on the channel previously. Let's get into it. We're building around the Valley Mightcaller, a 1-mana 1/1 with trample, and whenever you cast another raccoon, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So this is a frog, unfortunately, but we are building around that raccoon creature type, which will be cemented by the Trash Tactician, 3-mana 2/4, and at the beginning of your first main phase, add a red or green mana to your pool for each raccoon you control. And then whenever you expend 4, gain 3 life. Whenever you expend 8, exile the top 2 of your library, and you can cast them until your next turn, which is crazy. Very, very powerful card here, specifically as we stack raccoons. The Bramble Familiar is very good in this fashion, as it is a raccoon that also ramps us with its tap ability. Furthermore, we can basically force our expend with the fetch quest as the sorcery speed adventure. Mill 7, put a creature, enchantment, or land from among the milled cards into the battlefield. 9 times out of 10, we are grabbing the Tactician if we don't already have it. If not, maybe the Byway Barterer is really good for card advantage as well. But if you need to remove an artifact or enchantment, we have the Sharpshooter, or control the grave, there's a Curator, right? So it really, it's quite versatile there. However, quite expensive, and it's not something that you're hitting all the time right away. But it is still, good to be aware of our decisions that will be made when we cast it. You can also pay to discard a card to return it back to our hand. So, this is pretty cool. Late game is, you may not have any cards in hand. You want to expend and gain card advantage again. Push this to your hand, and then you can cast it as fetch quest while still having utilized it early game via the Familiar and the mana ramp. Okay. Whenever we expend on the Mentor 4, put a +1/+1 counter on it. This is, quite easy to do, and not only is this a raccoon, but it is a mana ramp creature as well, and then, it becomes a formidable attacker as the game goes on, which is quite nice and can help us finish games. So, that's really our ideal 1, 2, 3, right? Start the game with a Mightcaller. You might want to hold up some removal, right? On that turn 1, if the Mightcaller is not active, Torch the Tower is our other option here. Turn 2, like I said, we want to just fortify our field state, put a 2/2 out so we're not getting hit as hard. Maybe potentially ramp in our upcoming turns, which with a turn 3 Tactician should allow us to expend 4 if you have a ramp in play, right? Because you'll pay 3 for the Tactician and still have that 1 mana open from your ramp creature. That can be, Mightcaller again. It could be Torch the Tower. You can maybe even stand. Now, on that note, stand for 1 is pretty good because you still gain indestructible and hexproof until the end of turn. You're just not getting +X/+X. But you could also, if you really needed, throw a Hydra out as a 0/0 throw a Devastator out as a 0/0 just for the expend. Now, I don't recommend this unless potentially on top of your Barterer, potentially on top of your Tactician to gain further card advantage, right? Sometimes it will call for it. Other times you're better off to hold and wait. However, let's keep in mind that there is a lot of discard out and about, so maybe, it's a better option for us in that particular moment. But the stand is best used for that. So just talking about, on our ideal curve, turn 1 Might Caller, turn 2 Mana Ramp Creature, turn 3 Tactician, plus now you still have your mana from the Mana Ramp Creature, which ideally is removal or another 1-drop to trigger your expend. You get a +1 counter, you gain 3 life, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy, then you move on. Turn 4, you're going to have a bunch of stuff to do here. You can easily expend. We probably want to, push our Byway Barterer in. Menace 3/3 for 3. Whenever you expend 4, you may discard your hand, draw 2 cards, right? So ideally, discarding an empty hand, drawing 2 cards, right? And then you can expend the next turn as well and continue this process turn after turn. We can also gain card advantage through Hugs. Grisly Guardian, 4 mana plus X as a 5/5 with Trample. Whenever it enters, exile the top X cards of your library, and you may play those until the end of your next turn, and you may play an additional land on each of your turns, which is really good, allowing us to ramp. And again, it provides that card advantage into exile, which is quite nice. Yeah, so the expend 8 is quite nice. The Barterer expend 4 is quite nice for continual card advantage. Hugs is quite nice, not continual, but it does supply it, for that one time that can, push the game forward. And then, how are we expending to trigger these, right? Well, first Hugs expends to trigger them, which is crazy because you're getting, a new hand and cards in exile, which is ridiculous, right? So it's literally refills, everything that you could be working with spell-wise. Of course, like I mentioned before, graveyard control with the Curator. It's a 3/3 if you exile 4 card types, land, instant, sorcery, creature, for example. It gets +4/+4 and trample, making it a 7/7 with trample, which is pretty crazy for 2 mana. So really good graveyard control here. The ability doesn't push your expend up. It's only on mana cast on creatures, unfortunately, but again, very good. The Sharpshooter, like I said, can deal with artifacts and enchantments with the gifted card. It's also a 4/4 with reach, which is pretty decent. And then easily, expending with the Devastator. +1/+1 counters equal to X, and it has flying and haste. And then the Hydra is the same, but when it dies, you get treasures equal to its power. And it's actually, has vigilance, trample, and haste instead of flying. Which is, they're both really good. We're just, playing with them both. Sometimes you like flying, sometimes you like the vigilance, right? It is what it is. And then, Tyvar's Stand is kind of in that category as well with the X mana spells, which makes it really easy for us just to expend, right? To regain card advantage, maybe gain some life, power up our field. That's not really important, but, whatever it happens to be is quite nice. More removal through the Scorching Shot. Stand kind of acts as removal as well because they're going to probably block or something, and you can just kind of, survive while they don't. The Shot's great too, though. 5 damage to creature. We talked about Torch the Tower, I believe. 2 damage for 1 to any creature if you bargain it, sacrificing a token, which we do have treasures for, or artifact. You can actually deal 3 damage and scry 1, which is pretty decent. So some good removal here alongside our protection in the deck. Our field is quite formidable, so they're going to be blocking and most likely losing creatures this way. We have the Village, which can give a raccoon +1 and haste. We have the Rock Face and the Oak Hollow, I should say, which will put +1/+1 on each raccoon that entered play this turn. And then the Ridgeline, of course, will be a 3/4 attacking that gives another creature +2 +0 and untaps it, which is pretty decent considering we have the mana ramp creatures available to us. And then, some dual lands and basic lands just to seal out the deck. Like I said, a really successful build right now. The amount of card advantage that you can generate is fairly obscene. The life gain that you can get each turn sets us apart from a lot of the other aggro decks where it's just like a direct race, but now we're gaining life each turn, which makes it much harder on them, honestly, and gives you a clear advantage here as well. So a really cool deck that I'm very much looking forward to playing with, and I honestly didn't expect much from Raccoons. So this is a pleasant surprise, and I hope you enjoy it as well. Decklist in the description below. Leave a like, drop a comment, as well as subscribe to the channel for future decklist. Community Discord is always open. And most importantly, just kick back, relax, enjoy, and let's win some games. Keeping 7. Turn 1 is here. Ramp is here in a big way. And kind of maybe potential payoffs as well. Slow land. Typically, this is a mono green deck. So that happened. I mean, it is a good card. And you should get it while you can. Please tell me you're not bricking. Oh, that's so sad. This is going to be tapped later too, but the creature tapped land I think is a priority. You're 3 adaptives in only 2 lands. That's outrageous. Isn't it? Man, I don't even know. So we're sitting on 5 mana. Let's go here and hold up. Stand. Oh, it was actually 6, but that's not 7 still. Ooh, cancel. For 1, I forgot about its casting cost. I might keep it. But we just need to expend 1 more. Ah, whatever, I'll go for it. Because I want to trigger these, right? It's fine. And I very much want to hold up that protection. But maybe we can get blocks. No, it's not worth it to go 1 for 1. I want a 2 for 1 at least. And then protect my, you know. Because they would definitely take that 1-on-1. Come on, play that 4th adaptive. Right? That's all I want right now. They're like, I need that treasure. All right, this is going to be pretty loaded. Let's grab our big bro. And then this takes us to 8 for bro. So let's attack. Try to pull a 2 for 1 or something. No dice. And then let's expend 8. Grabbing lands. We're actually able to play 1. Oh, because Hugs is in play. We can play them both. Oh, no. That's brutal. So we'll just, you know, dump in with Tyvar's stand on Hugs. That trample's going to just, you know, seal the deal, I would assume. Adaptives go up. I mean, the wall is assembling. Let's just take this. I guess we're casting, because we don't want to lose that as well, so we're going to cast this also. Get our Expendadelphia on. And then we hit with everyone. We can also push up the Hydra. Because they're not going to block hugs. That's for 4. And now we've expended 8. Good game. Play that land because hugs, and then, you know, this is another draw engine for us in play. I mean, they bricked pretty hard, but still a very nice representation of our own deck. All right, let's keep 7 here, I think. Some removal if needed. Let's get a ramp on, and then, you know, try to double play on 3. Get our first expend Adelphia. Oh, they're going for it. They want to go to London. We do have creature removal, but I fear that's not the case. I think we're going to see a lot more of that. Maybe we can save the Bramble for fetch quest. Let's take that land. It's probably a Vine Lasher deck, right? So we want to save this for the Vine Lasher. I have creature. They have instant sorcery. Ta-da! Oh, that's a big boy. Casual, turn 3/7/7. That's hitting. All right, attacking. Land is here as well, which is quite nice for us. The Restless Ridgeline. So those are just searches. Let's activate the land, I think. It could be removal. Yeah. I mean, it was always going to hit. Swing for 3. I don't think it powers itself up. Right? Only another creature, unfortunately. And then we're not at 7 yet, and we're kind of, you know, like at a dead point. We're also tapped, so if they combo us here, we're in trouble. I assume it's the Vine Lasher due to the land synergy we're seeing. Oh, that's quite good. Oh, no. I cannot kill a 10/10. That is huge. This is 5. That's not gonna work. Wow. Okay. Okay. We haven't found any synergy in our deck at all. That's, you know, 1 Curator. This is a Raccoon deck, not just like a do-nothing deck. Maybe we can somehow get lethal. I don't... Oh, it's got Vigilance. Good luck on that. What is that? Oh, you are that deck. No. Too little, too late. And we're unable to expend to 8 on the turn, unfortunately. They are looking for the Animist. I think they have to have that trigger multiple times, which they will be doing here. And then the Animist, not the Animist, sorry, the Alchemist should have been banned. Analyst! Oh, man. The fact that they are just leaving this card in Standard, I find to be a little bit aggressive, but y'all do you. Looking for a better mana base. Not that this is bad. Maybe we just keep 2 Might Callers, look for a red. Build into this. Okay, fine. That is aggressive. Oh, well, I'm not getting my perfect turn 1, 2, and I love to have that, but maybe we get lucky in top deck. An untapped red source. Did you hear that, Shuffler? Untapped red source. Elando. Rude. Okay, let's hit for 2 to 18. Still just looking for any land off the top. Third land, third land. Can it be a red source, please? Big money, no whammies. Big money, big money. Whatever. At least it's something. We get through down to 15. We remain at 20. Only 2 lands. El Brick. Lose the Might Caller Stage. There it is. There it is. I'm going to stomp that, right? Don't give them a chance to do anything with it. Because they're going to bounce it and replay it. And I'm not a fan. So you get out of here! Give her 3 to 12. Looking for another red source. It could lie here, but we wanted to be a little bit aggressive on our field state. Rogue. 4 mana. Rogue? What the? I don't know. I'd love to find out. Rogue? Is Downey a rogue? I don't know. Okay, that's a card. Should have saved our sharpshooter. 4th land is actually pretty cool. Play this. And then go like this. Push it up here for 4. A field wipe would dominate us. We do come back for 3. Down to 5. That's not a lot, but it's something. They're thinking about it. 6 in hand. Oh, and that's why we killed the blade, baby. You're going to give me my creature back and then take them both? That's pretty Chad. That's pretty Chad of you. But you also take your pixie, open up my attack lane. Now I might hit for lethal if we got a land. Unfortunately not. Well, I mean, we got close. Phyrex. So they have Rogue, they have Phyrexian. That's a Phyrexian. It has life gain. We go over top with Flying if it survives. I'm going to open up my other attack lane. Get rid of the life gain. Good game. You go first. Really? With this hand? Are you sure? I mean, I'm not going to say no about it, but dang, okay. I will allow it. And then new hand. Okay. Might caller, roll out. Mice, convoke. Push to 2, hit down to 18. Four mana up on the turn. Another novice. That's fine, as long as it's not a gleeful demolition. That's where I draw the line. Don't you dare. Don't do it. Don't do it! Why don't you go ahead and convoke? Convoke. What a bully. Yeah, truly. Well, I basically just want to save this to play on top of that. Just keep ramping, maybe? 3, 4. It's not a good blocker, is my worry. We almost want to expend, though. Just for the expend. And I will take any blocks. All right, we just can't let them have a creature total. They're going to play case, remove whatever they want. Attack for 3, transform the case. How does he know? Because I hate this game. No, I don't. Just kidding. Can you hear the pain? I certainly can. All right, let's make a treasure. We removed 2 of them, so it's better than nothing. Man, that was like my mana creature, though. 3, 4, 5 mana. Are we in a race? I like to go fast. Vroom, vroom. 9 to 17. Are you insane? You're doing it twice. You have 2 of them. Oh, man. I bet they have 2 recruiters in hand, but just no 3rd land. Oh, no. Really? You're just going to give me a free one. Take the white source. Knight needs white to convoke. Should we send him to Dunkadelphia? I don't want to tap the Raccoon. I'm probably going to use it to attack, right? So let's just take that. Push up the team. And continue to apply pressure. Single block. Double block. Removing the Bramble. I'll take it. Right? Mitigate their field state in any way possible. Hey, are they listening to me? Bro, what's going on? Yeah, there we go. That's better. Thank you. They're like, wait a minute. I have to block. They have lethal. They have lethal? They certainly do. And by they, I mean I. So that's not a recruiter, right? Another frontliner. I've never seen this deck lose. I thought they always won. Hit for 4 to 9. A 3rd Gleeful Demolition. Nice. That is crazy, dude. Gotcha. Yeah, specifically with 3 Gleefuls. That's crazy. Going first. What? I love this card, but I can't keep that. I need you. I need you. I need you. Devastator goes. Nice. Hit for 2. John Adelphia? Is it a land deck? Like, what's going on here? I love when a set is new and you just have no idea. I should play this first. Yeah, like the Vine Lasher Analyst deck. I don't mind the Vine Lasher. I think that is fine. The Nissa, I think, is fine. But the Analyst is just too much for me. So they're going to gain 3 life. Grab a land. So obviously playing a land. 3 land. Is it a Offspring Vine Lasher? No, they're going to remove the Valley Might Caller. Which is decent. Throw down. Hit for 1. I don't know if we discard our hand. It is 2 cards. 2's better than 1. That's true. That's true. How long do you think it took him to figure that out? Stop it! Leave me alone. Actually, cancel. Expend is only cast spells. Discard, draw 2. Oh, that's great. Land and play. Let's get after it. I'm going to snag that. I think I'll take it. Good game. Nice, fast deck. The fact that, you know, you're able to, like, draw 2 cards each turn is pretty ridiculous as far as applying continual pressure. All right, on the draw, let's keep 7. Just deal with that right now. It's a good card, too. I mean, it's not bad. We'll get there. Now they're going to use all their burn spells on my creatures out of revenge. Is that smart? I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. All right, all right, all right. Hello. Who's tapped out? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Stop it. Casual 4/4 now. They struggle to remove it as they've already spent all their spells. Nice. A manifold mouse. That's pretty good. Two 4/4s. Let's go. Having vigilance is fantastic as well. We're at 19 life. It's all yours, homie. Let's see what you've got. Eight. That's pretty good. Keeping pace. Not so much there, though. There's no need to wait. Just play. What's that top deck? Monstrous Rage? Another manifold mouse. It's a good card, but not enough. We're actually kind of tearing it up here with this deck today. Ranking up quite easily. Alrighty then. The Expendables. Pretty cool. The Trash Tactician is ridiculous. Such a cool card. It's too bad that there's not more Raccoon synergy, but at the same time, they're like, add mana for each Raccoon you control. That is ridiculous. And yeah, so it's working with the expend, but someone is going to start playing spells that should not be played with this card. You already know what's going to happen. Like, you know, it's one thing to use these X spells, but they are like pretty good base value always. But like the expensive spells, you know, the 7, the 8 mana spells that just end the game. Someone's going to start playing that in this, and I'm not sure I'm going to appreciate that. Like, are you going to put a Tolly in this deck? Is that what you're doing with this mana? Don't give him any ideas, HGG. But, you know, with that being said, very cool. Specifically these 3 cards together. The Valley Mightcaller would be so much better if it was a Raccoon, and the deck would be so much better if we had other 1-mana Raccoons. Unfortunately, we do not. That is the downside to all of this. But after my experience with the deck, I think that if it didn't have that downside and it was just juiced out the way I'd like, you know, maybe that could be problematic for the meta as a whole. So it's, you know, very hard to judge. So we're quite early on in the season, let's be honest. So all of this is subject to change as the weeks and months progress. But I'm here for it, and I'm glad you are too. Cheers. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day. Looking forward to seeing you all soon in the next. If you have any suggestions for the deck, don't hold back. Hit us up in the comments below. And of course, subscribe to the channel, join the community Discord. I mean, how many times can I possibly say? Most importantly, I'm just going to start skipping it. Just have a great day, you know? Okay. Cool beans. Peace out, homie.